childhood kids I used to know. All right, I don't want to go too crazy on his eyebrows. You know, I have a tendency of overdoing the brows. I don't want to go too crazy. I feel like I already overdid it, but let's just keep going. I don't want to erase it. I would rather blend it out. Erasing is not the best solution. Blendy, blendy, blendy. Blend it out. This is how I do my eyebrows in real life. I wish I could share my music with you guys, but you know, I ain't nobody, so can't play music. But I'm excited to show you guys my other characters. I know I've been showing Jimmy for a while, so I'll show you guys Larry today. Story is about uh, it's about a crime family, and it's about the kids making their way through the family, growing up in that lifestyle, and how they make it work for them. You know, because times change. You know, things change. So, and you know, one thing about the story is, you know, it's always changing, or should I say, it's not changing, but evolving. You know, so I'll probably show you guys some of the script today if you guys want to see it. I don't know about these eyebrows, but let's check it out. Save this. It might be too much. I mean, I feel like this one's too puffy. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to use the eraser. I'll just make it super soft. Oh, I think it's the color. Color is not right. That's weird. Hmm. Crank this up a little bit. Yeah, it's the wrong color. Let's just replace it. Not the right color. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Was I erasing on the wrong layer? But anyway, let's just take it off and start another one. That just wasn't the right color. see it through. I still feel like this color is wrong. All right, let's see what this looks like. Hmm. No, I think I jacked his eyebrows up. Or maybe they was already jacked up. Anyway, he's a boy, so his eyebrows don't have to be that great anyway. I don't think I did a good job on this eyebrow. I think we're just gonna remove his eyebrows. The ones I did. Well, actually, no, I guess I did alright. I'll just leave it. Let's do some eyeliner. I'm a sucker for a guy with like long eyelashes that makes it look like he has like eyeliner on. I think that's so cute. I used to know a guy who had eyes like that, and it looked like he was always wearing makeup, but he wasn't. He just had really thick eyelashes. He was cute. I probably shouldn't have, but it's just an experiment, right? It's not permanent. Tool. I'm listening to some Boyz II Men. Christmas is singing "Let It Snow." Oh man, I found this recent song that I never had heard from Boyz II Men, and it's called "Cold Christmas." I think it's really nice. It's acting pretty. Speaking of them, they're going to be in Oakland in January. It's going to be Toni Braxton, Boyz II Men, and New Edition. Trying to go honestly because I really love Toni, and I seen her recently performing in Vegas. She was there with Cedric the Entertainer. I think maybe it was like 2 years ago. And I was so surprised. I was like, dang, girl, she did a hella good ass job. She did such a good job that she had the guys in the front row up dancing. You know how men don't really, be doing all that. She had them up. I was like, get it, girl. She looks so pretty and she has such great stage presence and her voice is so beautiful. I was like, dang, okay, Toni. Because I never heard her live before. I've heard Boyz II Men. I went to see them in Reno many years ago and they sound just like the album. It's crazy. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, they really sound like that. And I got a story about that too, okay? Because Wanye, he was looking at me, but I could never be a groupie because I don't know how to act. Because after the concert, well, they performed at the Nugget. So anyway, they was in the casino afterwards, right? I was there with my girlfriend Keontae, and they was walking on the floor, and I was sitting at one of the slot machines, and he was looking over at me, but I'm like, oh, he's supposed to come over and say something to me, right? I'm a lady, right? So nothing happened because I don't know what to do. I've been around groupies, and after that, so then I'm like, okay, now I see why he didn't come over to me because I guess I wasn't, throwing myself, opening up my legs, like, I'm like sitting here like a lady, waiting for him to come over to me, like he really would come over to me. I guess I'm just not a groupie. I never will be. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act like that. I went to go see Ray J um, years ago when One Wish was popular. He came to Harlow's, and I went there with my other friend, and we saw him, and there was groupies there, and let me tell you, these girls, they literally had their dress pulled up over their booty, so they booty was out. I was like, well, damn, that's how you supposed to do it, because I don't know. I'm like, okay. I'm like, really? They got up there though. So I'm like, okay, just ain't for me. This is probably wrong what I'm doing here. But now I'm not a fan of Ray J. I hate him actually. Hate's a strong word, but yeah, I do. I'm gonna erase the bottom. Every time I see a video with him, I always troll him. Probably not very nice of me, but I don't care. Because, you heard what Orlando Brown said about what Ray J did, allegedly, to Whitney. And I knew something was up, okay, years ago, because Whitney, I love Whitney. She's probably the only celebrity I actually cried when she died. And I knew it wasn't true. I was like, no, I don't know her, of course, but I don't believe she was still on drugs. I feel like she had had enough of that, and she was changing and, trying to do her thing. So when they found her in the bathtub, drowned from a drug overdose, I was like, dude, maybe, I was like, well, maybe something happened, that made her relapse or something. But during the funeral, because of course I watched the funeral, when they was taking her casket down the aisle, she had a gold casket. Ray J stopped the casket and he like put his head down on the casket, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just really distraught, right? Because him and Whitney was very close during that time. But I always thought that was a little bit suspicious what he did, but I didn't think he had nothing to do with what happened to her. I just thought he was just sad and he just, this was his chance to express that. But then, Orlando Brown said that, that Ray J gave Whitney Houston the death bag. He gave her fentanyl and put her in the tub face down and ran out the hotel room. I said, mm-hmm. I believe that actually. Little bastard. It's alleged, but I believe it. So that's why every time I see him, a video of him, I always troll him in the comments about that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this looks like. You guys can see my thing that I use. Yeah, it was a very small difference. Um, let's put some on the bottom and just see what it looks like.